Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello YouTubers and welcome back to How to Paint Watercolours with me, Colin. This is going to be a autumn scene, but I'll just run through the colours first so you know what the mixes are. Cobalt blue, French ultramarine, cobalt blue, French ultramarine, alizarin crimson, French ultramarine with some warm sepia added, and this is warm sepia and French ultramarine, yellow ochre, Naples yellow. I'm going to set off with the Naples yellow. It's dropped in as sky. Pre-wet my paper, it's pre-stretched. Take some yellow ochre and I'm just going to drop this in. Just creating a little cloud off the top of this mountain. Cobalt blue, very pale. Bringing it down to meet the yellow. Just creating some interest in the sky. Cobalt blue, French ultramarine. Come down here, Naples yellow, yellow ochre. Some on the bottom of these hills and mountains, maybe just a touch of warm sepia, French ultramarine just in some areas. Cobalt blue, French ultramarine and alizarin crimson. See if we can work some clouds in. Some areas in. Now we're going to leave that to dry. I've set the board at an angle and I've just re-wet this background and mounting with some clean water all the way down to the cottage to round it a little bit. Alizarin crimson, warm sepia and French ultramarine. And I'm just going to allow this to drift down, just following the edge of the mountain. Right through the trees. Probably won't see much of this. Pulling it down towards the sea. Just darken it up in some places just to give it a little bit more variation. I want to take some of the cobalt blue, take the excess off and brush it along the back where the sea is. Giving a hit and miss effect. And some of the cobalt blue and French ultramarine, taking the excess off once again. And also want to take a little bit of the mountain colour. Re-wet this dry stone wall. Drop some strong yellow ochre in, along with some warm sepia, French ultramarine. Soften off the bottom. Yellow in the roof, in this thatch roof, with a drop of yellow ochre. And now I'm going to leave that to dry with some clean water. Just re-wet this background hill. Just going to drop in some yellow ochre just to start, and take some of the mountain colour, French ultramarine, alizarin crimson, with just a touch of warm sepia in it. And I'm just going to start above the water and pull these line of trees in. A row of evergreens, just making them all different sizes. Just a hint of brown edges. Pull it down in the direction that the hills are flowing in. Drop a little shadow side onto this chimney top and onto this cottage. I'm just going to run some straightforward yellow ochre up these trees. A little bit of warm sepia and French ultramarine just to spice the tree trunks up a little bit. Some of the same colour, just going to drop it underneath here just for some shadow under the eave. That's just some yellow ochre once again, treating texture brush. Just pull some through, adding some colour into the other side. I'm just going to begin to re-wet the background and we'll begin to pull one or two things out of it. Taking some of this yellow ochre, just deepening it. Taking some of the mountain colour in. Some on this side, just re-wet it. Yellow ochre once again. Once again, some of your mountain colour, just edging the path out really, and adding some shadow into the strawed grass. Taking some of the yellow ochre up the path in the centre. Strengthening it up in areas just to bring it out a little. Quite a simple foreground, I think. Okay, and then we're going to leave that to dry. Just come to do these trees now, and I'm just taking a filbert brush, or one of, it's an oil painting brush, but it's quite hairy, breaking it open. This is a mix of yellow ochre, cadmium yellow light and French ultramarine. We're just going to put that green that you seem to get in autumn. We're putting 2 or 3 colours on this. Rocks are. This is light red, yellow ochre. And I'm going to let that bleed into this. Just showing you that the leaves are turning. Just drying it off in between each one. And this is Indian red and French ultramarine. This is the darker underneath colour. I just want to put a couple of strokes into the thatched roof. Now we need that to dry, but we can re-wet the cottage around the door and the windows. And I think I just want to take some, I'll take some of the that colour, French ultramarine and light red, sorry, French ultramarine and Indian red, and we'll just drop a little bit in. Don't want too much. Just really soften that in. Into it in this back wall. Then I want to take some of my French ultramarine and burnt umber, which I always have mixed. Just drop that under the eave, just for some roof shadow. Just making sure it's not too strong. Add a little bit of dark into the bushes undergrowth. Leaving some gaps between so you can see through it. Just on the underneath. Now I can put some branches in just to support the canopy. Some through the bushes here. This is yellow ochre and cadmium yellow right on the outskirts. Just want to place some. Just a little bit on this. One or two lines in my dry stone wall, just hinting it's here. Maybe a little fence along the top. And then I'm going to leave that to dry. I'm just going to take a little cadmium red. So I know it's nice if you can sneak a bit of red into a landscape. And we're just going to give him a red door. I mean, it looks solid, but once you've got it, say 2/3 of the way down the door, just brush it back with a little bit of water on the end of a damp brush, allowing it to sort of pale into the ground. And just to darken a little bit of it, French ultramarine and burnt umber. And I'm just going to add this in whilst it's still very wet. And maybe we'll have a little bit of that for the chimney pots. It just helps draw your eye in. French ultramarine and burnt umber again. In. I need some more yellow ochre. I'm just going to put it in this rock. Burnt sienna. French ultramarine and burnt umber. I'm just going to take my palette knife. Scrape the tops off, allowing the rocks to show through. And brush soften these into the ground. Attaches them in, except some here, a bit of burnt sienna. French ultramarine and burnt umber. Flat knife once again. Damp brush, soften the bottom off, pulling it into the ground. a little bit of Indian red, soften this in. And I'm going to drop in some Prince Ultramarine and burnt umber. I'm going to pick out 1 or 2 dark grasses. Burnt sienna up the path. Soften that in. So I'm going to drop some French ultramarine and burnt umber in some areas. Softening that in as well. To that, I just want to put some pebbles. Some Indian red and French ultramarine, burnt sienna, just creating a few grasses. Ultramarine and burnt umber. The shadow side into the windows, just hints of brickwork. I'm going to take some straightforward cad yellow lights, really sticky and thick. And we can add some sparkle to these trees and bushes. I think we can put a couple of birds in here. One or 2 dark strokes in the thatch roof. You can get round to one of the good bits, or the best bits as I sometimes call it. This is where you get to sign it, to put a mat round it and frame it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please click the like button and subscribe. Subscribers are always welcome and it's free. And we'll leave a couple of suggestions at the end of the video for some video suggestions. And I'll leave in a link in the description box to the other YouTube videos I've made. So once again, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Thank you.